Did you know the average American family is throwing away over $3,200 every single year just by shopping at the wrong grocery stores? Think about that for a second. That's like handing over an entire vacation, a month's worth of rent, or a car payment, straight to overpriced brands, sneaky markups, and stores that quietly drain your wallet week after week. And most people don't even realize it's happening. But there's a reason, a big reason, why millions of smart shoppers are ditching the usual spots and flocking to Aldi in 2025. And no, it's not just about cheap prices, not even close, because Aldi doesn't play by the same rules as those big grocery chains. This place operates in a way that flips the entire shopping game on its head. And trust me, once you see the hash, one reason why, once you actually understand how this store does things differently, you might never look at grocery shopping or your bank account the same way again. 7 real reasons why smart shoppers are flocking to Aldi in 20257. No gimmicks, no games, just straight up savings. Let's start with something that's probably happened to you more times than you'd like to admit. You ever walk into one of those big grocery stores and just feel it? Like, every aisle, every flashy display, every fake deal is designed to squeeze every extra dollar out of your pocket, without you even realizing it. Buy one, get one that isn't really a deal. Shelves stacked with 15 brands of the same item just to overwhelm you. Endless aisles that make you wander longer and spend more. Yeah, you felt it, haven't you? Aldi doesn't play that game. The moment you step inside, it just feels different. Smaller store, clean layout, no distractions, no nonsense. You're not bombarded with 47 types of cereal, 22 kinds of ketchup, or fake sales signs screaming at you. It's simple, straightforward. And the prices? They actually make sense. You buy what you need, you pay less, and you walk out feeling like a smart shopper, not someone who just got played by the system. And this right here, this is reason #7 why smart shoppers are ditching overpriced grocery chains and flocking straight to Aldi in 2025. Quick question though. When was the last time you walked out of a grocery store and actually felt good about how much you spent? Be honest. Drop it in the comments. Because if that's never happened, you're definitely not alone. 225 new stores in 2025. And people are racing to them. If it feels like you're seeing more Aldi stores popping up everywhere, it's because you are. In 2025 alone, Aldi's opening 225 new locations across the US. And a huge chunk of those are actually taking over old Winn-Dixie and Harvey stores that just couldn't compete anymore. It's proof of how fast this store is growing. And how many shoppers are waking up to how much they've been overpaying for groceries at other chains for years. And let me tell you, every time one of these opens, it's chaos in the best way possible. We're talking packed parking lots, lines stretching out the door, carts overflowing, people rushing in like it's some kind of Black Friday sale. But for groceries. People aren't just curious, they're desperate to save. And once they step inside and see those prices with their own eyes, they get it. That's when it clicks. This is how grocery shopping should be. And that right there is reason #6 why shoppers are ditching the old overpriced grocery chains and running straight to Aldi in 2025. It's not just a store anymore. It's a movement, a quiet rebellion against bloated prices and sneaky markups. And believe me, if you think this is wild, just wait until you hear reason #3, because it gets even crazier. 5. The Aldi finds aisle, the most dangerous aisle for your wallet. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You walk into Aldi for something simple. Bread, eggs, maybe milk. And 5 minutes later, your cart has an air fryer, a paddleboard, a weighted blanket, a mini greenhouse, and a set of power tools you didn't even know existed, let alone knew you needed. Yeah, that's not an accident. That's the Aldi finds aisle working its magic. It's honestly the only aisle where shoppers regret nothing, but their spouses might raise an eyebrow when you unload the trunk. Every Wednesday, like clockwork, a brand new wave of completely random, limited-time deals shows up. Kitchen gadgets, backyard gear, workout equipment, random seasonal stuff, you name it. And once it's gone, it's gone. No restocks, no second chances. You either grab it or you miss it. And that right there is reason #5 why shoppers are flocking to Aldi in 2025. Because this isn't just grocery shopping anymore. It's a treasure hunt. It's that little dopamine rush when you stumble on a deal you didn't expect and walk away feeling like you just won. And if you think that's wild, wait until you hear reason #2. Trust me, it's sneaky. 4. Insanely cheap healthy foods. No, really. This one honestly gets me every time, because anyone who's ever tried eating healthy knows how brutal it is out there. Walk into most grocery stores, grab a few organic items, maybe some gluten-free snacks, a pack of grass-fed beef, and boom! Your total explodes before you even finish the first aisle. It's almost like they punish you for trying to eat clean. But Aldi does things completely differently. Their Simply Nature and Fit and Active lines are proof of that. You're getting grass-fed beef, organic produce, cage-free eggs, almond milk, and real snacks without all the artificial junk, at prices that make even Walmart and Whole Foods look overpriced. No gimmicks, no fake discounts, just everyday prices that finally make healthy eating something regular families can actually afford. Not just a luxury for people with massive grocery budgets. And that right there is reason #4 why shoppers are flocking to Aldi in 2025. Because for the first time, you can shop clean, grab organic, skip the processed junk, and still walk out with money left in your wallet. And let me ask you something. When was the last time you filled your cart with healthy, organic food and actually smiled when you saw the total? Most people can't even remember. Oh, and real quick, if this is opening your eyes, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Frugal Daily, because this is exactly the kind of honest, money-saving content we bring you every single week. And trust me, it gets even better from here. Just wait until you hear reason number 2. You're not gonna believe it. 3, checkout speed that'll ruin other stores forever. Picture this for a second. You're at Walmart. 1 cashier. 10 people ahead. 2 price checks. Someone forgot their wallet. The cashier calls for backup. No one shows up. And there's a toddler in the background melting down like it's the apocalypse. You stand there, staring at the cart, regretting every life choice that led you to this moment. Sound familiar? Yeah, we've all been there. Now, flip the script. Aldi? Completely different universe. Smaller stores, fewer people. But here's the real secret. It's the checkout system. I tested it myself. Full cart, in and out, under 8 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. No 20-minute lines. No waiting for price checks. No scanning drama. Why? Because nearly every product has multiple barcodes, so the cashier doesn't waste time spinning the item around like they're solving a Rubik's Cube. They scan, you load, and you bag your groceries yourself at the counter, meaning the next person is up instantly. And that, right there, is reason #3 why shoppers are flocking to Aldi in 2025. Once you experience this, once you get used to moving through checkout like you're on a conveyor belt of efficiency, every other store feels painfully slow, outdated, broken. You can't unsee it. You can't unfeel it. It ruins every other grocery store forever. 2, prices that destroy national brands and nobody knows. This one absolutely blows my mind. And once you hear this, you're never going to look at grocery prices the same way again. You walk into Aldi, grab their private label chips, sauces, cereal, snacks, and without even realizing it, you're paying literally half the price of Doritos, Heinz, Kellogg's, and every other overpriced name brand out there. But here's the part that most shoppers don't know. And honestly, this should make you furious. It's made in the same factories. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. Same factories, same ingredients, same formulas. The only real difference? The label. You're not paying for better quality at those big brands. You're paying for their marketing, their fancy packaging, their billboards, their TV ads, and someone's yacht. Meanwhile, Aldi skips all of that, slaps their own label on it, and passes the savings straight back to you. And this is reason #2 why shoppers are leaving overpriced grocery stores behind and flocking to Aldi in 2025. Because once you realize you've been paying double for the same thing, it's impossible to unsee. You stop paying for labels and start paying for what really matters. Your groceries, the way it should have been all along. The one thing nobody talks about. But every smart shopper knows this right here. This is the real reason why people are absolutely obsessed with Aldi. Yeah, the low prices are great. The fast checkout is awesome. The weekly treasure hunts in the middle aisle are fun. But deep down, that's not what really keeps people coming back. What keeps people coming back is how it makes you feel. Grocery shopping stops being this painful, frustrating chore and starts feeling like something you've actually figured out, like you've cracked the system. It's about walking out of a grocery store without feeling ripped off, without that sinking pit in your stomach, without staring at the receipt thinking, how did this just cost $300 for groceries? Seriously, how? Without that regret, That little voice in your head whispering, "You just got played. Again." Aldi flips that feeling completely upside down. You walk in, you buy what you actually need. You don't get bombarded with fake deals or endless temptations. And when you check out, you actually smile. Because for the first time, you feel like you made the smart choice. You feel like you finally shopped on your terms, not theirs. And that is reason #1 why shoppers are ditching overpriced grocery chains and flocking to Aldi in 2025. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about spending less. It's about spending smarter, keeping more of your money, and finally feeling like you're in control. Not walking out angry, not walking out defeated, not wondering if you should have just skipped groceries altogether and ordered pizza, but walking out feeling like you won. And in 2025, with prices climbing everywhere, that feeling, it's not just rare, it's priceless. But there's one thing I don't recommend buying at Aldi. All right, let's be real for a second. As much as I like Aldi, as much as there's a ton to love about how they do business, not everything is perfect. And if we're being completely honest here, there's one section in the store that, in my experience, just doesn't deliver. I've tested it multiple times, in different locations, hoping it would prove me wrong, but it never really did. It's the fresh meat. Yeah. I know some people might disagree, but for me, it's a no. The quality can be hit or miss, and when you actually check the prices, it's not always cheaper than Sam's Club, Costco, or even your regular local grocery store. Sometimes you're paying close to the same price, or worse, for cuts that just don't match the freshness, the consistency, or the quality you'd expect. And let's be honest, when it comes to feeding your family, meat is one place where cutting corners doesn't feel right. So here's my honest advice. If you care about getting reliable, high-quality fresh cuts, stick to warehouse clubs like Sam's or Costco. Or better yet, support your local butcher. Because Aldi nails it in a lot of categories. But this is one of those times where it's okay to pass. Look, shopping at Aldi was never about being cheap. It's about being smart. It's about finally keeping more of your paycheck, stretching every dollar, and doing it without sacrificing the things that actually matter to you and your family. In a world where prices are climbing everywhere, this isn't just grocery shopping. This is taking back control of your money. And now, I want to hear from you. What's your go-to Aldi find? That one thing you never leave the store without? Because it's just that good. Drop it in the comments. Because honestly, your tip could help someone else save a serious chunk of money this week. This channel isn't just about deals. It's about helping each other win. And hey, if this video opened your eyes, trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. 12 grocery products you should never trust. Shocking truth. You'll be shocked at how many of these are sitting in your pantry right now, and how much money they've been quietly draining from your wallet. Click it now. I'll see you there.